The cold, cruel North Atlantic, graveyard to some of the greatest ships that ever sailed. Hi, I'm John Chatterton.
And I'm Richie Kolher. And we're here in Point Lookout, New York, about to board the dive vessel Eagle's Nest. We're going to be heading offshore to what's been often referred to as the Mount Everest of wreck diving, the wreck of the Andrea Doria.
July 25th, 1956. The Andrea Doria is struck by the Swedish liner Stockholm. The Andrea Doria sinks 60 miles south of Nantucket Island in over 250 feet of water in an area of the Atlantic Ocean known for strong currents. Richie, this is a dangerous dive.
The sinking of the Andrea Doria has been surrounded in controversy. Both vessels had the benefit of the most up-to-date navigational and radar equipment. What went wrong? Who's to blame?
Well, it's 50 years later, and the mystery still continues. And that's why we're going inside the Andrea Doria. July 17th, 1956. The Andrea Doria sets sail from Genoa, Italy, bound for America.
Beautiful marble statues and paintings. The Andrea Doria was one of the most beautiful ships I've ever seen.
There was this huge thing that I had not seen prior to that, and you're just kind of walking in and you're in awe. And at 9 years old, you don't kind of fully understand what this great ship is all about.
She's Italy's largest ocean liner. 700 feet in length, more than 29,000 tons, a true grande dame of the sea.
1956 was still very much the heyday of ocean travel. If you were going between Europe and America, you most likely would be taking one of the magnificent ocean liners. The Doria was also a symbol of the revival of Italy from World War II, and it was an object of great pride for the Italian nation.
The Andrea Doria is also one of the safest, equipped with radar and LORAN, long-range electronic navigation. More than 3,500 miles away in New York, the Swedish liner Stockholm, just as modern, departs for Gothenburg, Sweden. Both ships have the most up-to-date technology. Yet in only 8 days, they will collide in one of the worst maritime accidents of the 20th century. Now, we're on our way to the wreck site in search of answers to how and why this collision happened. Answers that could still lie deep inside the Doria. The official investigation ended prematurely. Both sides settled out of court, leaving the accident report inconclusive. Most disturbing, investigators never visited the disaster site. And there's good reason why. More than 250 feet below the North Atlantic, the site is difficult to reach and extremely dangerous. The road to the Andrea Doria can be long and difficult. For us, it's going to take us 14 or 15 hours to get all the way out to the wreck site. As a result, divers usually come out here for multiple day trips. 2 days, 3 days, sometimes even more. That's weather permitting. Because of the Doria's fame and because of the challenge of her depth, she's become a mecca for divers.
Throughout the years, more than 12 divers, all of them experienced and lost their lives diving the Andrea Doria. Some of them were first-timers, some of them were experienced guys, some of them were in pursuit of that elusive memento or souvenir of the wreck. Ultimately, all of them paid with their life for this badge of honor to dive the Doria.
She's not only deep and dangerous. Inside, she's a virtual maze. 10 decks, 31 public rooms, and more than 1,000 cabins linked by hundreds of hallways and stairwells. And she's completely on her side. If we're going to get new evidence for this mystery, we've got to go deep inside the wreck. Let me give you an idea of what we're up against. We're going to drop down to the promenade, swim down to a doorway, drop through the doorway, over to a stairwell, down 2 decks through the stairwell, come out to the foyer, across the foyer, through another doorway, across the dining room, down to a corridor at 230 feet. At the end of that corridor, that's where we wanted to be. Starting to get an idea how complex this is? The wreck is also highly unstable. 50 years of deterioration have taken their toll. She's constantly changing, and so are the hazards.
More than 20 feet in height and 6 feet wide.
To learn about the latest conditions of the wreck, we've brought along one of the most experienced Doria divers we know, Gary Gentile.
Right here, everything that we see, everything that is superstructure that is above the main deck level, from here on down is gone. It's all fallen straight down right into the seabed.
You're saying that every one of these decks are gone?
Yes, I am. Every deck from here up is gone, and these 2 decks are the 2 decks that have hinged downward and essentially sealed off the remainder of the interior of the wreck.
Gary makes it perfectly clear. Our first dive has to be an exterior survey of the wreck to assess the deterioration.
Impossible to predict.
At first light, we've reached the wreck site. A thick fog blankets the dive boat Eagle's Nest. Strong currents, limited visibility, freezing temperatures, all par for the course when diving the Andrea Doria. This is North Atlantic wreck dive. It's deep, it's dark, it's dangerous. We're going to have difficulty navigating. We're not going to see a whole lot. It's going to be very difficult to discern.
How you doing, buddy? Just about ready to go?
Yeah, I am. Richie and I are on our first dive to the Andrea Doria, the Italian ocean liner that sank 60 miles off Nantucket Island in July 1956. The Mount Everest of wreck diving lies on her side, 250 feet beneath the Atlantic. Because the wreck's always changing, we're going to survey the exterior and assess the deterioration. At 150 feet, the wreck begins to appear out of the darkness. Portholes, twisted railings. She's almost unrecognizable as the Grande Dame she once was. But some landmarks remain. The Grand Promenade deck, more than 200 feet long, once lined with sunny deck chairs. It's now completely broken in half, folded down in on itself. And the Winter Garden, one of the Doria's first-class lounges. The window frames are still intact, but inside, the walls have collapsed. The architecture and innovative designs that made her world famous are gone. She's now nothing but twisted wreckage. We are out of time. We have to head back to the surface.
Boy, some change, huh, Richie?
The wreck has actually folded in on itself. And in some aspects, I think it's going to provide new areas of exploration. But I really think it's going to hinder our research into finding out exactly what happened on the night of the collision.
It's a collision that never should have happened, especially given the legacy of the Titanic disaster. After the Titanic sinks in 1912, ocean liner design has changed forever. Watertight bulkheads are added. Lifeboat capacity increased. And following World War II, radar is standard on all ocean liners. By 1956, 26 million passengers have traveled between America and Europe without a single casualty from a collision or a shipwreck. The world is confident a major ocean liner disaster can never happen again. yet somehow it does. To get a better picture of what happened that night, Richie and I have tracked down survivors. The only people who can tell us about the final moments of the Andrea Doria.
The trauma, it's still very emotional. And this is almost 50 years later.
It's, something you never forget. And you don't know where your father is, where your mother is.
Tony Pacquiano is only 9 years old when he and his family board the Doria.
We were basically a family of 7 people, 5 kids and the parents, and we were coming in from Naples. And the thing is that there were all women and myself, so my parents had 4 girls and 1 boy, and they felt that perhaps coming to the U.S. that the girls would have a better opportunity than they would have in Naples.
That dream is shared by many aboard the Doria. More than half of her 1,100 passengers are immigrants, traveling from Italy to America to start a new life.
I always thought about America being a beautiful place to be. As a teenager, I did decide that I do want to go to America for a better future.
Only 16, Ada DeFabio makes the journey all alone. Also traveling on the Doria, in her opulent first class, is a who's who of American and European high society. Politicians, movie stars, world-class musicians, and Hungarian ballet stars István Rabowski and Nora Kovacs.
We came back on the Andrea Doria. It was a beautiful ship. We got a first-class ticket and absolute luxury. And I was looking forward to that this was going to be the most fantastic experience of our lives.
Wednesday, July 25th. The Doria is due to arrive in New York early the next day. Alicia Sosha, an American college student returning from a year in Paris, is enjoying the summer sun when the weather changes abruptly.
We were out on the deck. Then the fog started to roll in. You couldn't see your hand any further. And so in front of you, that's about as far as, you couldn't put out here. You had to go like this. And I remember we all were doing that and then noticing the foghorn. And by then you couldn't even see the bridge.
As a safety precaution, Captain Calamai orders the watertight compartments closed and keeps a close eye on the radar. But he slows the Doria only slightly. He's making good time. By the evening, passengers are enjoying their last night on board before tomorrow's arrival in New York.
We went dancing. We went on the dancing floor with friends, and we were very happy.
But some are growing concerned about the fog.
That night they were talking about at the party that we had a very big fog. And we were feeling, you feel on the ship, and we were full speed. They were even saying, why are we going so fast when we have so much fog?
10:45 p.m. A single blip appears on the radar screen of the Andrea Doria. The Swedish liner Stockholm, traveling outbound from New York, is 17 miles away. On the Stockholm, Captain Gunnar Nordsen has retired to his cabin for dinner, leaving the bridge under the command of a young third-class officer, Karstens Johansson. 10:48 p.m. The Stockholm now picks up a blip on its radar. The Andrea Doria is 12 miles away, then 6 miles, 3 miles, and closing fast.
It was 11 o'clock. I went back to my cabin. I took my clothes off and get ready for bed. We had bunk beds. And I was climbing the step ladder. The whole cabin shook.
Tremendous, unbelievable explosion.
I knew that